Hi guys, it's Chelsea.
And Chris.
And we are LBC Party of 5, back with another ShineBright Sunday. Today, we will be talking about
how to handle disappointments. In our last video, we talked about success, what it means to you, and today we're going to talk about how to handle disappointments in your life that you may come across.
And I know everybody has had something that they may have had their heart set on and it just did not work out. So all of us, I'm sure, can relate.
Yeah, I am not the best at handling setbacks and disappointments, but sometimes I use these tools to help me stay on my...
Do you want to elaborate on that? It sounds like you want to elaborate.
Elaborate on what? Several
like on
disappointments?
Yeah.
Well, okay, the whole process with getting my tea, waiting, expecting a certain answer or an action, and it not happening on my time. So that was a lesson in patience. When I set a goal for myself and I do not meet that goal, that's, soul crushing for me. It shouldn't be, but it is. I'm working through the ego. What's another instance? Or doing something when I know I could have done it better. The execution could have been a little bit more polished or finessed. That always bothers me. But a lot of those times, what I do, instead of complaining, I start looking for solutions to fix the problem or the setback. So I try to control the controllable. So if I could have prepared myself better, I know for next time I'm gonna, study for that test for, a few hours rather than a few minutes before the test, so to speak. Which one of the tools you use?
I thought we didn't get to the tools yet.
Oh, I thought we would.
But that was...
No.
We were just talking about some setbacks. I think I shared a few videos back in the ShineBright series. I had a major setback around my birthday. Well, I was so far out of it. But one of the things that I needed to do, one of the things that helped me start to get out of it, and which is one of the tools that can be used, I had to come back full circle and come back to God. And the way that I was able to do that, I'm very musical or musically inclined. So praise and worship, I love it just because it's music off the rip. But when you're in praise and worship, the more that you praise and worship, it's like rebuilding your faith. So that was building me up. I ended up going to a praise and worship hour and a half long type concert with we mentioned her, with Minister Jill, our spiritual mom. Mm-hmm. And that was what unlocked the door. That was the key, and that's what was able to get me to get past what it was that I was internally going through. Mm-hmm. So that's one of the things that you can do. Enter with praise and worship, because that will unlock a door, a window, crack something. It'll start something. The spirit will start flowing within you.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of times we'll put on, our praise and worship playlist in the car as a couple, and I feel like that
it builds you up.
Yeah, it builds us up as a couple, and it helps us to pretty much get through anything that we're going through. So I might be feeling some type of way in a certain kind of mood, and then we do the praise and worship, and those feelings are eradicated. Pretty much.
And a setback is never your final destination unless you make it your final destination. Mm-hmm. Think of it as more like a detour, because you're only going to be in that state for as long as you allow yourself to be.
I know when I listen to my self-doubt and my own self-talk, a lot of the times it's really not positive. I could be my own worst critic. So you have to tune that out and know that those thoughts are not from God. God's not going to say those things that you say about yourself, because 9 times out of 10 they're horrible, and that's only what you see. Other people don't see you that way, so you need to remember that.
And if you're in a setback, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't necessarily make it a dead end. It just means that you're detoured for that moment. But sometimes you need to stay in a season for longer than what you may think you're supposed to stay in that season for, because God is still working in that area in your life. And if you're not able to, I don't know what I'm trying to say, if you're not able to, in order to excel to the next level and move, through life from glory to glory, you have to be able to master what it is that God has you working on at that moment before you're going to move on to the next.
Yeah, I call those life rest stops. And a few areas of my life, I've been at that rest stop for a while. So I like to imagine myself, waiting for AAA to help me fix my flat in that life area. But I know that in time, God's going to work on me when He knows that I'm ready.
And it's okay if you have to try again. If you fail, just like going back to what I just said, when you fail, those failures are only temporary. As long as you break it down, learn from your mistakes, so then you don't, repeat them again the next time, you will get through whatever it is that you're trying to get through.
And like we mentioned in our last video, you have to go into battle with prayer, with any situation, and visualize yourself winning. Because if you don't see yourself accomplishing the goal or getting out of a situation, it's not going to happen. You have to visualize it in order for it to manifest.
Because it's already done.
Right.
God knows it's already done. He's just waiting on us to do our parts, to make it there.
Yeah. Sometimes we have to move out of our own ways so He can do His work.
So we can be victorious. So we hope you enjoyed this segment of Shine Bright. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and continue to shine bright. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Love you. Bye.